Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another video, back to the regular programming. Today is day 56, I think. Don't quote me on that. Losing track of the days. Today I want to talk a little bit about like seasons or modes in business. We just wrapped up a coaching call for our core client, a brand new core client. The only time we really ever do Zoom sessions is when people join our coaching program or people in our coaching program need support. But today we wrote a little plan for our new coaching client about what they should be doing, how they should get started, things that they need to start working on. And I feel like it would yield a really good lesson for a lot of the people in my audience, people watching these videos, because I know a lot of people are potentially thinking about what direction they want to go in. Maybe they have goals, they have dreams, they have visions, they have things that they want to actually accomplish. But they're unsure of like what they actually need to start doing. If we are bare bones beginner, haven't done anything online, we potentially have maybe bought a program, we bought a product, we bought something from somebody, and we're kind of waiting to get our ducks in a row. We need to push levels of consumption. We need to drive more consumption of you as a brand owner, as a potential online business owner, as a future online entrepreneur. That is the number one thing that we need to focus on, right? There needs to, like everything else out the window, we need to dial in some form of consistency, consistent habit of you creating attention to yourself, to your business, what you're doing, who you are, morals, beliefs, everything that makes you as a human being is the thing that we need to hammer. And I'm not going to like reference this person specifically, but this is a good real-time example of this. Like this person has, came through a few of our free stuff. They came into our group, they bought group juice, and then they pretty much relatively quickly decided that they wanted to take us up on this 8-week cash flow class. So they walked through the journey relatively quickly, right? They saw how we were, how we operated. They spent some time with us on some live trainings, and they were like, these dudes are pretty cool. I want to continue to work with them. But it goes to show that there's power in consumption as itself, right? That's a good real-time representation of that, right? Like 3-4 weeks ago, this person was a complete stranger. They found us, found our group, joined our group, watched our trainings, and have already purchased multiple products from us in a relatively short amount of time. That would not have been possible if we weren't pushing consumption. And what I mean by consumption is literally just giving your audience the ability to spend time with you on your trainings, on your content, read your content, watch your content, spending time with you. Like we talk about all the time. Like if you want a short, easy sales process, people need to know who you are, right? And if you're very early in the business, this needs to be the forefront and the focus of everything. Getting consistent with content creation. Like I just came across the message, or somewhere this morning, I saw something where somebody was like, oh, I've been trying this for 12 months and I finally made my first sale. Or like, I've been doing all this stuff and I haven't made sales yet. And it's like, how much content have you actually been producing? How much opportunity are you actually giving your audience to get to know you? Are you talking about offers? Are you talking about programs? Are you talking about yourself? Like if we're posting, once a week, then obviously like the time horizon of how long it's going to take for people to even know who you are is going to be a lot longer than it's say someone that's posting every single day, posting multiple times a day, connecting with people, talking with people. This is the thing we've been telling all of our paid students, especially over probably like the last 6 months, is you need to start making that the centerpiece. And the only thing that we're worried about in the beginning is getting some type of consistent habitual routine of showing up in your business publicly, because without that, nothing else works, right? The opportunity for you to sell offers doesn't work. The opportunity for you to generate leads, grow your group, none of it will actually work if you're not consistently showing up for people to come see you, get to know you, know things about your pets, your dogs, your wife, your husband, whatever. Like none of it happens without you starting to get consistent with something. And I know this sounds extremely cliche, but like I mentioned on yesterday's videos, like so many people are waiting to get ready, or they're focusing on all of the wrong stuff, right? Like this new coaching client that we had a kickoff call with, they let us know like, hey, I've spent the last 3 months building out funnels, automation systems. I have all these landing pages and I have these affiliate links and all this different stuff, but I haven't really started creating content yet. Which is like the textbook definition of why we teach the way that we teach, or why we focus on the things that we focus on. Because like we've said all over and over again, and you like you might have heard, is like we like to go the inverse, right? Yeah, eventually you might need tech, you might need a funnel, you might need an automation, you might need an email list, you might need all these different things, but not if you're not already consistently creating content. That needs to be the first thing we do, right? And it's a lot easier to go out and start creating content about yourself, who you are, what you do for work, potentially why you want to start a business, why you're doing what you're doing, without even having to have all your ducks in a row, right? You don't need to know what you're selling to go talk about yourself on the internet. You don't need to know what program you're offering people, or even necessarily what niche or industry you're playing in, because you can literally just pick your phone up and press record and talk about yourself and post it on the internet. Like, that's it. Sounds so cliche, right? But at the end of the day, it goes back to like anchoring what we're actually selling in this online space. And it's not your product. It's not your program. It's not your affiliate link. It's not anything other than the thing that looks at you in the mirror when you wake up every single day. That is what you are actually selling. Yourself. You're kickstarting and building a relationship through the content you're creating. You're selling people on being like you, or having similar views as you, or stories as you, or they can resonate with you through what you're saying in the content. They have pets too. They like to go hiking. They also have kids. They give their kids Cheetos, while all the moms at the soccer meeting look at them like they're horrible parents because they weren't organic carrots or whatever. Like, you're literally just trying to connect with people on the internet. And you do that via content. It's not that complex, that crazy. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a takeaway. I know I might seem kind of aggressive these last couple calls, and I promise it's not that. Maybe it's because I haven't had enough coffee or whatever. But we need to figure out a daily action plan that we can actually commit to ourselves and follow consistently, right? You have everybody telling you that you need to go post 17 TikToks a day and you need to do all this to grow. But realistically, the thing that we need to figure out is what we can actually commit to following for the next, 6 months. Like, someone telling me, hey, I want to do 100 videos in 100 days challenge, like, this shit's exhausting. I would not recommend it if you have not already created a ton of videos. Like, even myself, I'm getting burnt out. There's days where I'm like, hey, I don't want to do this. Like, it's a very real thing. So the most important thing is especially like if you're working a full-time job, you want to build your business on the part-time, we need to, one, make sure we're focusing on the right things, but also commit to something that you can follow, right? If that means you're going to post one short form video a day with 3 written posts a week or 3 long form posts a week, then that's perfect. But it's only going to be beneficial if you actually can do that for the next 30, 60, 90, 180 days, versus you committing to some type of schedule that is going to burn you out in the next 2 days, and then you don't show up for the next 8 weeks, right? Which I see it all the time. I see this happen with so many people, where they come in, their guns blazing, they're super excited, and they hit the ground running super hard, but then they burn out, and then they vanish, and then all their momentum stops because they stopped creating content, or they stopped showing up, or they're off doing something else. We got to pick something that we can personally commit to, which is going to be different for everybody. Everybody has different life circumstances, situations. Some people have more time, some people have less time. But the most important thing is committing to an actual schedule that you can actually follow, and a routine that you can follow, and make sure that you're actually focusing on the right stuff, right? Changing your cover photo, or, building out a new landing page, or, making sure the colors match good. It's not going to do shit. It's not going to do anything for your sales, right? What is the most important thing in the beginning is pushing some form of consumption of you as a brand owner, as a person, as a human, and building an audience of people that are watching you, paying attention to you, listening to you. So if you have a full-time job and you want to build an online business, the only things I would really be focusing on is creating content and connecting with people. And that's it. Because that alone is going to open up so many doors and opportunities for you to move and do different things and sell products, do other stuff. But it all starts with the attention. Because without that, nothing else actually ends up working. So that's all I got for you guys today. A bit of a rant, a bit of a lesson around what I would be focusing on if I was starting over, and realistically what a lot of people actually need to start focusing on. Get consistent and focus on the right stuff, right? And I hate to say it, but more often than not, it's not half of the stuff most of these internet products and digital products are telling you to focus on, right? Cover photos and landing pages and shit only matter if you're actually creating content. And that's all I got. Bye.